So we have 5 rows and 5 columns. Right? And our aim is to accept a number from the user. Assume that we have entered n is equal to 5. And we are supposed to display the values such as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and so on over here 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So if you look over here, we had got two parameters, rows and columns. So the row is running from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 to 4 will be 5. And the columns is again running from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just for the explanation I have taken. Okay. Now, in case you want to generate this particular pattern, that is 0, 0, 0 on the first, what you should be doing is we should be coming to the row 0 and printing 0 how many times? 5 times. That means this should be printed how many times? 5 times. Okay. Then we come on the next row. And then this should be printed how many times? 5 times. Then we should come on the next row and 2 should be displayed how many times? 5. Then we should come down, display 3, 5 times. Display 4, 5 times. So we are supposed to accept a number, okay, and display this following pattern. This grid is only drawn for your explanation. So how do I basically display this pattern? For that, we take two values, row and a column. We take two values, row and a column. You could have taken I and J, and both should be running from how many times? 0 to 4, 0 to 4, because 0 to 4 will be 5. So for each and every row, how many times it has to go? It has to go to 5 times column. That means for 0th row, I have to go through 5 column. For the first row, 5 column. For the second row, 2 column. For the third row, 5 column. For the fourth row, 5 column. Okay. So let's come back to this particular page. Okay. And let's click on the new. What we want? We want a Python 3 notebook. Okay. I will change this to patterns 1. Let's write a comment. What we wanted, n is equal to 5. Let's say n is equal to 4. What should be displayed? 0, 0, 0, 0. Then on the next row, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then 2, 2, 2, 2. Then 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. End of the comment. And then we are supposed to write a program. So we'll say int is equal to int input. Okay. We already know the for loop for I in range. What is the range? N. What is the range? N. For j in range. What is the range? N. Okay. I'm just thinking how to print it. I want to print the value. Now, what value you should print? If you look over here, should I print j or should I print I? For the first row, it is 0. So 0 has to be printed how many times? N times. So where is the 0 stored? It is stored in the I. So I will say I, comma, ends. Why end? Because I have to keep the cursor on the same line. Okay. Let's try to run this. I enter the number as 4, and then what I will what will happen? I'm getting the correct input. That is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So let's see how it works. What is the value of n? 4. What is the value of 5? 0. Is 0 less than, is 0 in the range of 4? Yes. What is j? 0. Is it less than 4? Yes. So print 0. So 0 is printed. What is the next value of j? It is 1. So print 0 again. What is the next value of j? 2. Print I again. What is the next value of j? 3. Is it less than 4? Yes. Print I. So how many times you have printed I? 4 times. Okay, what does end is equal to double quote mean? Keep the cursor on the same line. Now, what is the next value of I? 4. Is 4 less than 4? No. You may ask where we got the 4 from? Here. And this loop started from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 times we got 0. Okay. Now when this loop is false, what we should do? We should come back over here. What do you mean by this? When I say I press a tab and go to the left, it means I'm out of that particular loop. And what I do, I take the cursor on the next line. How do I take a cursor on the next line? By saying print. After that, do you have any statement? I don't have. So where it will go? It will go over here. What is the value of I now? 1. Is it less than 4? Yes. What is j now? Again 0. Is it less than 4? Yes. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 times we are running. And 4 times what we are printing? We are printing the value of I. What is I? It is 1. Yes or no? So 1 is printed. Take the cursor on the next line. Next value is 2 because we started with 0. Then it was 1. Now it is 2. Is 2 less than 4? Yes. Again j will be 0. Yes or no? Right? And so if I run it again, if I type the value 4, what should happen? I should get 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. I hope you have understood it. Any doubt in this particular question? Till 11:55, we'll be only discussing the patterns. After 11:55, I'll be taking your questions not related to the coding, such as Coding Ninja and any other codes. Is it clear, the first program? Kindly concentrate till 11:50 on this particular coding. After 11:15, I will take the questions not related to coding, related to Coding Ninja. Okay. So what topic we are learning today? We are learning something called as a patterns. Okay. So to explain it, what I did, I said n is equal to 5. So when I said n is equal to 5, what happened? I basically started with something called as 0. How many rows are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So that was your I. Then within that, for each and every row, how many times you have to iterate? I took it as column, in our case j. And then I said 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you printed, I printed the value of I. What is I? 0. So 0 was printed how many times? 5 times. That is 0 to 4 is 5 times. Okay. Then the inner loop was false. Cursor came over here, right? Then what happened? We started with the outer loop for I is equal to 1. Is 1 less than 4? Is I less than 5? Yes. Again, j was 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times what we are doing? We are printing the value of I, which is 1, and so on. Is the first program clear to you? Okay, let's go for the next one. Now, pay attention. The same program, okay, the same program, I'll make certain changes. Guess I'm not in a position to click. Yeah. Let's take n is equal to 5. Now what I want to print, I want to print this pattern. copy the same program because I know that this is going to work. Okay. But instead of printing, now see what has happened. What is the value of phi over here? The value of phi is in this case 0. Yes or no? The value of phi in this case is 0. Then what is the value of j? It is 0. The value of j is 0, right? So what I will do is, for the explanation, let me take you to this particular. Is a value n is equal to, let's take 3 for the explanation. Okay. What I want to print? 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Put a grid. Okay. What is the first row? 0. What is the next row? 1. What is the next row? 2. What is the column? 0, 1, 2. Okay. What is this 0, 1, 2? I. What is the j? 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. So what was our loop? It was for I in range n. Right? What is n? 3. What is I? 0. Okay. Then I will say for j in range n. Okay. Now what is n? 3. What is j? 0. So what I will do? I will say print j. So what is printed? 0. Then what is the next value of j? 1. So what is printed? 1. What is the next value of j? 2. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, printed. What is the next value of j? It is 3. Is 3 less than 3? No. This is over. So what should happen? I should come out and take the cursor on the next line by taking print. Cursor comes here, goes back. What is the value of phi now? It is 1. For j in range 3, so what I am printing? 0. Because it starts with 0. What is the next value? 1. Okay. What should I print? 1. What is the next value? 2. What should I print? 2. What is the next value? 3. Is 3 less than 3? No. So what should happen? Take the cursor on the next line. What is the next value of phi? It is 2. Okay. So what is the next value of j? 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, print 0. What is the next value of j? 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes. Next value of j? 2. Is 2 less than 3? No, print it. Next value is 3. Is 3 less than 3? No. Take the cursor on the next line. What is the value of phi? 3. Is 3 less than 3? No. Hence, this pattern will be printed. I hope it is clear to you. Right? So let me run this. Let's enter 10, not 10, 9. And then what should happen? I should get this print. Output 0, 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times and so on. Right? But this is not what we wanted. We wanted 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means here instead of I, what should I do? I should say J. Over here. Right? What happens? Since you are printing j, every time j is going to change, so it is going to print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. It will print how many times? 10 times. Have you understood the second program? Okay. Now n is equal to 5, and I want to print the pattern. ठीक है, ये पैटर्न मुझे प्रिंट करना है. All of you take 2 minutes and then write the solution in the chat window. It is 47. At 49, I want the answer in the chat window. Okay, so it is 49. Let me check. For I in range n, j in range n, print I plus 1. Okay. Let's see Atindra's solution. Atindra said start the range from 1 and start with n plus 1. Good. Abhishek, good. Okay. Good, Akshit. Yes. Most of you have got it right. Any student has any doubt in this question? Sanchit, don't worry about who is copying who and all. Okay. Otherwise, I will disable the chat. You won't be in a position to see it. Students, kindly do not copy any code. If that is the case, I'll disable the chat. Okay. This is not simply to get a yes, good from me. This is for you to understand, because if you're not understanding, then you should raise the query that I have not understood. Because my job is to explain the code. Because Because in the placement, what happens is the camera and everything is enabled. In case you copy even once, then what happens is you straight away are failed. And even in the end term examination. And don't even try to copy it from the net, because you'll be failing yourself. In the sense, once the advanced topic starts, you won't be in a position to get the answer from the net. So I hope you do get the message that writing the program is important and debugging the code is important, not copying from the net. Okay, so now once this message is clear to you, okay, even if it takes 2 or 3 minutes for you to type the code, you should utilize it. If you take a shortcut now, you're going to fall badly in the 7th semester when the placement starts. Okay, let's go back. Now, so I said n is equal to 5, okay? N is equal to 5, and I want the output as now. All of you pay attention. First, develop the logic. This is something called as a I, this is something called as a J. So first time, how many times this loop should be executed? See, this is the outer loop. Outer loop should be executed how many times? 5 times. So this is my outer loop. For every I, how many times J should be executed? First time it should be 5, next time it should be 4, next time it should be 3, next time 2, and finally 1. That means when I is 1, J should be executed 5 times. When I is 2, J should be executed 4 times. When I is 3, J should be executed 3 times. When I is 4, J is executed 2. When I is 5, J is executed 1. Right? So n is equal to, let's assume 5. Okay. So for I in range, okay, let's say n, because we have accepted it in n. Now for j, not the bracket, for j in range, every time it should be reduced by 1. Every time it should be reduced by 1. Okay. So let's say n minus I. I don't know whether it will work or not, but let's check it. What should be printed? You will get a multiple solution for this. You may have a multiple solution. Print j plus j is 1, 1, 1. Okay, j plus 1. Let's think about it. What is I? For I in range, n is 5, I will be 0. Okay, so n is 5. 5 minus 0 is 5. Clear? So that means what is j? 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. This loop is going to run how many times? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 0 becomes 1. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Is this loop running correctly? Yes. Let's go back. What is I? I is 1. So what is n minus I? N minus 1. N minus 1 is now 4. So where should be j running from? It should be running from 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? But we said plus 1. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we wanted. We got it. Take the cursor on the next line. Okay? Again start. What is I? 2. What is 5 minus 2? 3. Right? So this loop should be running 0, 1, 2, 3 times. Add 1 to it, becomes 1, 2, 3. Clear? Understood? So start writing the code. Students are restricted from communicating with each other. Otherwise, I will disable the chat altogether. Just concentrate on your code. Don't worry about others' code. Ultimately, you have to show the result when the exams are being conducted. Atinder, kindly explain the code. Unmute yourself and explain it.
हेलो।
Yeah.
यस सर। सर पहले तो इनपुट ले लेंगे, फिर फॉर आई इन रेंज 1 से n प्लस
N3
वन,
ले
ये
लेते
पहले
हैं,
वाला
n
ही है।
is equal to 3. Okay.
हाँ ओके सर। n3 लेने से फिर i 1 से 3+1 मतलब 4 तक देखा जाएगा, लेकिन 3 कंसीडर किया जाएगा लोअर लिमिट उधर से। फिर
Good.
फिर j इन रेंज 1 प्लस n+2 कर दिया सर मैंने यहाँ पे, क्योंकि
अच्छा, 3 + 2 5 कर दिया, फिर 1
हाँ
सब्ट्रैक्ट
फिर
किया.
वहां से 1 माइनस किया है, तभी सर
ओके.
5 लाइन आ रहा है, नहीं तो कम लाइन आ जा रहा है, वहां पे 3 लाइन आ जा रहे हैं। 5 टाइप करने से 3 लाइन आ जा रहे हैं।
तो जब
इसीलिए
आप
सर
n
1 को।
+ 2 करते हैं, सुनो, n + 2 किया तो n + 2 कितना हुआ? 5. 3 + 2 is
हाँ
5. 5
हाँ
- 1 4. So you are
हाँ।
running 1 to 4, that is 1 2 3, right?
यस सर।
Okay, got it, thank you. Sanchit, kindly explain your code.
हेलो।
Yeah, Sanchit, I'm waiting for you.
सर पहले एन का हम वो 4 सपोज करेंगे तो फिर आई एन रेंज में 4 जाएगा।
Okay.
एंड देन सर फॉर जे में जाएगा तो फॉर जे में 3 जाएगा, क्योंकि आई फल ले रखा है हमने पहले से, अगर स्टार्ट करेंगे तो सर प्रिंट J+1 तो जे है ये। तो
Good,
अभी
good,
पहले स्टार्टिंग
good.
1
Got
2
it.
3 4 5।
Wonderful. Thank you, Sanchit.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
Any other students were written? Divanshu, range of I asked range I and J. What it means is, for example, for I in range 5 बोलते हैं, तो I will start from 0. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4, 1 less than n. So how many times it will run? 5 times. If I say for I in range n, and if n is 10, then it will start from 0 to 9, it is 10. Similarly, for the inner loop, when I say J, is it clear? Has everyone completed the program so that I can go for the next program, or should I wait for a minute? The students who are not submitted the solution. ठीक है, I will just wait for 30 seconds and then continue with the next example. Amrit, you just concentrate on the next question. Okay, now let's take n is equal to 5 and I want the output as 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. ठीक है, I is running how many times? 5 times. Okay, J is running how many times? When I is 1, how many times J should run? 1. When I is 2, how many times J should run? 2. When I is 3, 3. When I is 4, 4. When I is 5, it should run 5 times. Now that you know the relationship between I and J, I want you to write a code which will display the following pattern. Which will display the following pattern. Take 3 minutes. Kindly, it's a request. All of you kindly pay attention. Do not paste the solution unless and until I tell you to paste it. Clear? I want everyone to develop the logic. Kindly do not paste the solution unless and until I tell you to paste it. Once I tell to paste it, then only you paste it. Kindly paste it at 11:05, not before that. Yeah, now you can paste the code and let me see how many of you have got it so that I can take the explanation. Akshit, yes, explain the code, Akshit.
So when we put an input n, the I loop will be starting from 1 to n plus 1.
Good.
And the value will, then the value will go to the j range, j loop.
And there you are taken j range I because you are not using the value of j starting from 1. And then you are
Yes, sir.
printing the value of I,
I.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. Amritjot, yes, I got it. Atinder, yes. Only 3 students have written the code. Others are not in a position to write it. Or you have any difficulty? If you have, kindly tell me if you have any difficulty. Okay. Pay attention over here. Whenever a pattern program is given to you, you have to find the correlation. You have to find the correlation. If I say 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, I know one thing that my for loop should be running how many times? 5 times. Yes or no? So I can straight away take a n. Now my inner loop, how it should be running for j in range. Now here I have to decide what to do because I don't have to print the value j 5 times every times. Yes or no? There is a pattern. It should be running 1 times, then on the second row 2 times, then in the third row 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times, right? And that is clearly controlled by I. That is clearly controlled by I. Okay. So for example, what is the value of I now? 0. What is n? 5. So if I say I, then what will happen? Let's for this keeper. Let's first check only the loop. For I in range 5, okay, n is 5, I is 0. For j in range I say. So what is I? 0. What is j? 0. So the loop will be false, it won't run. Yes or no? It won't run. So what should I do? I should say I plus 1. So when you say I plus 1, what it is? 1, right? So here what happens? I'm printing the value of j. But what will get printed? If you print the value of j, it will always get printed as 0. Yes or no? Next time it will get printed as 0, 1, which is not the case I want. Yes or no? So let's print the value of I. But I is 0. I is 0. Yes or no? So instead of print I, what should I type? I should type print I plus 1. Print I plus 1. Now what is the value of I? I is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now j becomes 1. Is the loop false? Yes. Take the cursor on the next line. What is the value of I? It is 1. Is 1 less than 5? Yes. What is j? 0. What is I? It was 1. 1 plus 1 is now 2. So print I plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. That's not the case we want. Sorry. I was 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. Then j is 1. Is 1 less than 2? Yes. What was I? 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. What is I? What is j? 2. Is 2 less than 2? No. Come out. Take the cursor on the next line. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, the next one, you shouldn't take more than 1 minute. N is equal to 5. Next time, I want output as 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want the solution as 11, 14. Not before that. I want the solution as 11, 14. Yes, it is 14, and I could have a look at the solutions. Kanupriya, sir, can you explain how to write this type of program in REPL Python? I'm not in a position to solve it. Okay, let's take this code. Okay, we'll start REPL. Click on it. Let's paste it. Okay, let me take the tab. Now run it. When you click on the run, you have to enter some value 5, and then you will get the output. In this case, what he has done, he has put a space. That's why you're getting the space. If you remove the space, if you put only end bracket, then what will happen? You should get something like this: 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to type the command here. You have to click over here. You have to type the input, and then the output should be there. I hope you're slowly getting a hang of writing the patterns. Okay, let's move for the next example.
Sir, please
Yeah.
tell me why we are taking j plus 1. Print j plus 1, then end with double commas. Why?
You're talking about the REPL code?
No, sir. I'm talking about why
This
we are
particular
writing.
code which is seen on the screen,
Yes, sir. Code number 4.
which is right now on the screen.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So what he did was something like this. J starts with 0, right? You all agree?
Yes,
Because
sir.
here in the range, he has taken I. Okay. What is the value of I? It was 0 over here. Right? But he started I with something called as a 1. So this became 1. J is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Since he is printing the value of J, he said J plus 1, which is 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay. Next time, now J becomes 1. Is this loop true? No, it is false. Take the cursor on the next line. Now I is 2. Okay. Because after 1, it will be 2. J is 0. Okay. This will be 2. 0 plus 1 will now be 1. Next value J is 1. 1 plus 1 will be 2. Did you get it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So there could be multiple solutions to the pattern program. Some could work with I, some could work with J, or some could change the range also. Okay. So the next pattern. N is equal to 5, and I want the output as I think we have done this. Let's do one thing. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3. Have you done this? Have you done this pattern? Let me check the pattern which I am showing right now. Have you done it? Chalo. So if you look over here, when I is 1, this is 5. When I is 2, J is 4. When I is 3, J is 3. When I is 4, J is 2. When I is 5, J is 1. I'm talking about how many times the J should be executed. That's what I have written over here. So when I is 1, the inner loop should be executed 5 times. When I is 2, 4. When j is 3, 3. When I is 4, 2. When I is 5, 1. So now establish a correlationship and write the program to print this pattern. Do not paste the solution unless and until I tell you to paste it, okay? You will be pasting the solution at 11:23. Okay, now you could paste the solution. N is equal to input n plus 2 minus I or n plus 1 minus I. Good. N minus I, ni plus 1. Okay. Nitish, Isha, and j minus I. Okay. Nitish says j plus 1. Isha, if you take j in the range n minus 1, I is 0, so j will be starting with 0. Okay. Just check that expression j minus I. Avinash, for I in 1, for j, you're printing with I, and then you are saying j minus 1. See, first time the loop should be running 5 times. Okay, the loop should be running 5 times. So all of you just check it whether it is running 5 times. And what it should be printing? It should be printing the value of the outer index, which is 1. Okay, let's try to analyze it. Let's say you have written for I in range. Now here you have to be a little bit careful in the sense you want to print the value of I, yes or no? And if you are taking I as 1, then you should say I and n plus 1. Okay, makes life easy. For j in range, for every time it is going to run 5 times. That's not we want. We want every time to be reduced by 1, right? So if you say n minus I, then this is not going to run because n minus I will give me 4. That means let's make this 0. Rather, let's put it n. Okay. Then let's try to print the value. What should be printed? It should be I plus 1. So what will happen? It will print n is 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is going to print 1 every time. Next time what will happen? See, I is 0, j is 0, this is 5. So this is going to print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 1 will make it 1, 2, 3. Sorry. I will be every time 0. So it will print 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Next time I is 1. Is it less than n? Yes. J is again 0. This will be n minus 1 4 times. So 0, 1, 2, 3 loop is going to run 4 times. So in the 4 time, what I'm printing? The value of phi, right? The value of phi is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it should print 2, 2, 2, 2. I hope it is clear to you. Okay. Now, n is equal to 5. Little bit tricky. 1, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I should be running how many times? 5 times. So when the value of I is 1, how many times j should be executed? 1. When the I is 2, how many times it should be executed? 2. 3, 3. 4, 4. 5, 5. Now the trick part is how this could be generated. So think about this. Think about the value of j and you have to do some addition, subtraction, whatever you have to do it. Think about it. This solution I want not before 11:33. Okay. Give 4 minutes to everyone so that you could type the solution. Till 33 there shouldn't be any solution on the chat window. Yeah. Now let me see. First, let me think what should be the equation. I plus j, if I 0, j 0, I could say I plus j plus 1. But next time I will be 1. I plus j plus 1 and so on. Yes, we could get it. Let me first see the chat window. N is equal to input for I in range I plus 1. Okay. And you could say I minus j. What is the y? 1, 2, 1. Okay, good. For I in range 1 n plus 1, I 0 minus 1, and you are printing the value of j. Okay. Madhav, for I in range 1, comma n plus 1, for j in range I, comma 0, comma minus 1, print column. Good. Others, giving you 1 minute to think about it, or you can have a look at this particular solution, build up in the mind how it is working. So I hope you have completed it. Most of the students. Anyone having any doubt? That's why I give a little bit longer time for this example. You have to just work on I and J. Yes, Samrit, what is your doubt? You can type it. How to print spaces? In case you want to have a print space, then you should, let me make the modification in one of the code and show it to you. Let's assume we want a space. Simply give a space over here and run it. So you will get a space. Okay, in this you put one space, so you will get it. Clear? Okay. Now the next example is something where I'll be testing. Kindly note, all of you, all these examples which I have taken, you should write it in the while loop. Okay, you should write it in the while loop. All the examples which I have taken using a for loop, you have to convert it into the while loop. You have to convert it into while loop. Now the next example. Now next example is something you will have to write it in both while loop as well as for loop. Okay. So let's assume n is 5 and I want the output as something like this. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Think about it carefully. Using for loop, using while loop. This solution should come at 43, 1143. This should come at 46. At 1143, I want this for loop. At 1146, I want a while loop. Think about it. See. If n is 5, it is starting as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. j plus I, and you're starting the range from 1. Good. Let's see Amrit solution. 1 and 0 you have taken, and it is going to work I plus j. Okay. Aditya, 1 j0 I plus j. Okay. And he has selected I inside. That many times it should be executed. Madhav, I plus j. Chalo, everyone got it right. Either you can change the inner loop or you can change the outer loop. Yes, Isha, slowly you are getting it, but the inner loop shouldn't be 1. It should be, let me again check it, what you have done. 1 plus 1, 2. I plus 1. For j is 1, and you are printing the value of num. Where is num? Isha, check the code, beta. Where is num? I don't get. I think that is n you want to print. That will be wrong. Akarsh, while loop, j incremented, k incremented, print, and then you experiment with x. Okay. Then you have a while, then you have a while, then you have a print. Okay. Okay. Now, today we will be having an extra class at 7 for the students who have missed out the session. Okay. In which I'll be talking about the print, I'll be talking about the operators, I'll be talking about the logical operators, and if else, and if time permits, I'll go to the loops. I'll go to the loops, single loops, not nested loop. These are the nested loops. I'll go for the single loop. That will be the scope of the extra class. Okay. The late admission students can kindly join. The link will be shared with everyone, but only those students who have missed out my those who have missed out the initial classes, 2 or 3 initial classes, should join them. At 7 o'clock, I'll be mailing that particular link to you for today. Extra class for today. Tomorrow there won't be extra class, but for today, yes. Okay. This particular notes will be sent to you as an HTML document. Okay. So don't worry about it. You can refer to it. As soon as the lecture is over, I'll be mailing this document to you. Last example for today, and then we'll wind up. N is equal to 5. Now I want the output in this fashion: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1 and 1. Check this and you should get the answer. So let me check out. You have to write the pattern on the paper, then check out what is the combination of I and J that will give me the answer. That needs practice. That needs practice. Yes, you can paste, Akshit. N is equal to input for I in range N, for J in range N minus 1, 0 minus 1, print J, yes. Madhav, right, right. Abhishek, N, I minus J, good. Okay, so that will be the end of the session. Clear? So those